Greetings. I'm here once again, and I promise you that I'll always come back and be dropping hints concerning either business or relocation or getting job outside of your country or region. Now, I want to this video is specifically for those that want to relocate from the country to go to another country. It doesn't matter wherever you're going to. These are very important questions you should ask yourself before you decide to move. Now, the first question you should ask yourself is this. Number one, what is the purpose of going to work in another country? What is the purpose? Ask yourself, what's the reason I'm going to work? Oh, no, 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 there's no need asking us. No. Planning is always very, very important. The first steps of relocation. Otherwise, you will leave your country, even go to the US or UK, or even go to Australia and you see that you're suffering, or even go to even Netherlands and you see that your situation is worse than you were when you were even in your country, in Africa. And that's why it's very, very important to ask yourself this question. Number one, why are you relocating? Or, number one, are you going to work and be sending money? You want to go out and work and be sending money to take care of your people back home? Or you are leaving because you're disappointed with the condition in your country and you want to change your nationality, you want to change environment, you want to change everything about you and start life afresh? Or you are living because you want a better stimulating environment to work in. Listen, if you have the reason for which you're relocating determines the type of documents you go for and determines the long-term plan you have in place in that new country you're relocating to. Most people think that their country is hell. All they need to do, they just want to jump out, leave the country. Just the main thing is just let them just go out. Anywhere is better than the country. That's what they're thinking. And then when they go out, you just get any permits, any documents, they go out, they end up seeing that it's not as it is. Now, if you are leaving your country because you want to change your country, your nationality, you want to change your environment, and you do not want to come back to your country, except maybe for visit, you want to go to a country and start life afresh and just live there and grow there and develop the country, the process of relocation is different from where you just want to go out and school, gain experience, and then come back and work in your country. And it's also different from when you just want to go and work and then you just make some money for a period of time and then you now come back to your country and establish yourself. Now, I'm going to start now first with those that want to leave their country and want to make the new country their home, both for themselves and for their family. For one reason or the other, they're tired of their country. They just want a new, a fresh place where they will grow, develop. That's what I want to speak about. Now, if you are leaving your country because you want to start a new life, there are different routes in which you can leave your country. Number one, that is, you can go through the student route, through study route, or through work route. These are the two main routes in which you can live to start a new life in a new country or in a new continent. Now, how is the student route? For example, there are some countries like Canada. If you're going through the study route, you have to make sure that you're looking for a university that is going to give you a 2-year work permit after you have finished studying so that you will be able to work after schooling in that country. I'm going to use Canada as an example so that you have what they call, you'll be able to gain what they call Canadian work experience. And then with that, you'll be able to now properly look for a job and then you'll be able to now settle in that country, settle in Canada. Now, if you are not leaving your country to start a new life in another country, then it doesn't matter. Just get any student visa. You go there once you finish the duration of your course, which you know that you cannot renew the permit. You just go back to your country and then you make use of the knowledge you've gained in university abroad. But if your main aim of getting a student visa is for you not to come back to your country, do not make the mistake of just getting any visa to go, because it's going to frustrate you. There are lots of people from Africa in Europe that are with that student visa. And now, because of the way they left, and because of the cost and a lot of other factors, which I cannot go into now, they have no choice but every time the student visa is expiring, but to be renewing it over and over and over again. This means that you will not be entitled to most of the things that the country has to offer, benefits that the country has to offer. You'll be limited in a lot of areas. So those are offering free healthcare to citizens and all those benefits, you may not be able to and all those monetary benefits, you will not be able to have access to it because of your visa. Even to get a job without your student visa will be very difficult, unless part-time job, and it cannot sustain you and your family if you have traveled with your family, and you will end up seeing that life is tougher over there because you are willing to work, you are willing to do more things, but your permit, your documents cannot allow you to do things you want to do. And most countries have these rules. If you come in as a visitor, you cannot now say you're extending it to work or changing the permit. You must go back to your country and apply for a proper permit before you can come back. The same thing if you come in as a student. You cannot get employment, say you're migrating now to work permit or all those things. It doesn't work that way. You must go back to your country, apply for work permit, which is a very lengthy process before you're readmitted into that country. And so what happens? A lot of people get stuck with the student visa for life. They cannot get citizenship. They cannot even get permanent residency and all those things because of the student visa they use in going out. And the only way they can stay in that country is to keep studying. When the course is expired or they finish, they have to take another course so that they can get another visa and so on and so on. You can see at the end of the day, it's actually burdensome. And it's not fun at all because now you're not working properly to earn proper money. That's why I said, if you are leaving your country and you know you do not want to come back, you want to make that country your new home, please, when you're getting the student visa, get the right one and from the right university, no matter the cost. Because at the end of the day, you're going to enjoy it. Because as soon as you graduate, you will not be put under pressure to keep studying when you want to work and take care of your wife and children. You will be put under pressure. After you finish that course, you're going to be granted a 2-year work permit, which you will use to gain Canadian work experience. I'm using Canada for an example, okay? And then after that, now you can even get an employer that may employ you for 4 years or permanently, and then now you now have your work permit, and then so on and so forth. And then before you know it, you're a citizen of the country, you and your family. And then you'll be getting promoted and all those things. You'll be earning good money. So that's why I say if you're going through the student route and you know in your mind you don't want to come back, there's no need lying. There's no need lying to yourself because you only hurt yourself and those you love at the end of the day. Then the second route to take to go is the work permit. You wait patiently in your country. You know your profession. Now search for jobs in that area, which is your profession, to get employment in that country. That's how to go about it. Search for jobs. For example, if you're a plumber, search for jobs in that area. Now, also there's a catch if you're going through the work permit route. If you are going through the work permit route and you know also you do not intend to go back to your country, you want to develop that new country you're going to, contribute everything you've got to it and make it your new home. The type of work permit you're going to go for is different from the work permit you go for in which you just want to go there, work, gather money for some years and then come back and develop your own country. That's what I want you to know. Now, my video may not be totally exhaustive because everybody have different cases and different scenarios. That's why if you want in-depth counseling and guidance, feel free to contact me at my email, which I have put down there, cprtrainingrecruitment@gmail.com. I'll write it down there again. Send me an email and send me your question, or you can even type your questions there in the just in there in the comment section. Type them there, and then I'll be very, very happy to respond to you. So now the type of work permit you're going to get is going to be the one, if you intend to live that country and to make that new country your home, it's going to be the one that will lead you to a permanent residency pathway, and you have to go through the normal process. You don't First and foremost, you have to go for a work permit that offers you for an employer that offers you permanent contract, or at least 4 years contract, because that's what is going to, because by the time it's almost expired, you can be able to, in some countries you can apply for permanent residency. In some other countries you have to renew the work permit or get another residency before you can apply for your residency and the citizenship, depending on the country you find yourself in. And now, if you are a graduate, you can directly apply for what they call EU Blue Card in that your field, in that country that you're going to. For example, if it is Europe, just apply directly for EU Blue Card. And then, so that you'll be in the system, and then you're coming in as a permanent resident direct. And you don't even need to write any of the foreign exams. You will not need them. Whether it is France, whether it is Switzerland, or whether it is Austria or Germany, you don't need to write it once you go through that route. And at the end of the day, you and your family members will be relocated over there. But if you are going to just work to gather money so that you can come back and develop it to your country, you can just get any job over there. Even if it is 1 year, you get a job, get an employer, sign contract, go over there, and then before it expires, maybe you can now get another employer if the conditions of your permit permits you, or the conditions of that country permits you to do that, you do that, and then when you're done, you just go back. But if you are going because you, at the end of the day, you want to become a citizen of that country and you want your family to be there with you, then it's either you must go through the work permit route that will be able to grant you the permanent residency. And what is that? The EU Blue Card, straight from where you are in your country, you apply for it straight. You'll be given straight, and with it you're already a citizen. And then, or you apply, you sign a contract with an employer that will give you at least 5 years or 4 years 4 years contract, or a permanent work contract in that country. And then you now do through the necessary evaluations you need to do in that country, so that you can be able to be there. Now, let us speak about those that are very skilled or want to relocate. I have not yet seen those that are skilled. For example, they say, I know handwork, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, but I have not had any formal education. I didn't finish my secondary school, or I didn't go to university and things like that. If you finish your secondary school, it's different. For those that did not even finish secondary school or didn't even go to secondary school but are highly skilled in their profession, it's different route. So that's why I said, for people that are planning to emigrate, everyone's case is different. You might think it's the same, but it's not the same. Just a slight difference in the motive or in the person's qualifications or skills can change the whole pathway the person should take. And that's why I said it is better you quickly get me by my email, or you can write it in the comments box if you have any specific questions you need to ask concerning your plan to immigrate or your immigration. For those that have already emigrated and they're having difficulties where they have emigrated to, in the countries they have gone to, and they feel like it's too late now because what the country is saying, they have to go back and reapply and then before coming back again, and they don't even have the funds to even do that. You can also contact me. I'll also lead and guide you on what you must do, on what you should do there, and how you can rectify the situation while you are inside there. while you are in that country according to the country's rules and regulations. I don't want this video to be too long, but that is just it. That's just the tips that I've just dropped with you. And then do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like also the video so that I can do more videos like this and I can be able to reach your audience. I'm doing this so that people can be able to have in-depth knowledge and information they will not otherwise have easily gotten due to the high cost of immigration consultants and or due to the unavailability of information or due to the fact that they do not have anyone to lead and guide them in the paths or in the choice that they're about to make or they've already made. So feel free to also share my video and let people know about my site and what I'm doing. And if there are certain topics you would like me to speak on that I have not spoken on, feel free to also recommend them or comment and write in the comment section topics you want me to speak on, and then I'll be able to prepare on that. Thank you very much, and till we meet in the next video.